Welcome back, everyone, to Fan Talk, podcast by me, Kyle Brinchley here. And as you can tell, I have someone else with me this time around. It's not just me that you have to listen to. I brought my friend Kai onto the show. And Kai, look at that smile on his face. He's excited to be here. I hope that's the smile on your face whenever you're listening to this podcast. Obviously, I can't see. Kai, welcome on. Tell us about yourself.
It is a pleasure to be here. I've been looking forward to this for a couple weeks now, and I asked Kyle a while ago, I think at the beginning of his podcast, I'd love to be featured. Not that I really know that much about sports, but I enjoy it, and me and Kyle go way back. So, anyway, name's Kai from Farmington. Grew up playing sports, just really casually, recreationally, but definitely something I love to do, and arguably love watching it, and that way even more. Kyle and I played some junior jazz together, and we've just been following each other from school to school too, so it's been fun to stay connected that way.
Yeah, I can't get rid of this guy. He could say the same about me. But yeah, we played on the junior jazz team. Were we on the same team? No, we weren't the same team sophomore year.
I don't think so.
No, I switched over.
Yeah,
I switched over. Yeah, so what happened was we had, I think there was two teams that had kids from our high school on it.
Yep.
And I was on one team, Kai was on the other. This was sophomore year. And they beat us in the championship. And so the next year, I jumped to their team, the championship team, and then we didn't even make the playoffs that year. So bottom line is, while I talk about sports, I don't play. I mean, I do play sports, but I'm maybe the one holding everyone back. So to say the least, we had a good time.
Yeah, it was all for fun.
We clashed a little bit in church ball too, a couple of years.
That's true,
that was almost more fun than junior jazz. But yeah, we're excited to be here. Of course, Kai, big sports fan. Me, big sports fan.
Mm-hmm.
Fan Talk. This is a podcast where we just talk. We're just fans. We just sit on the couch. I mean, we have no credentials other than we love the game, right? And so you can find this podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube. And if you want to be on like Kai, just let me know. I'd love to bring you on. I had my brother on a couple weeks ago. And it's always more fun when I have someone to talk to and not just the camera. You know, I love talking to all of you guys, but all 20 of you, you know.
Yeah.
If that. But
I'll share it.
Kai will share it. Kai's a popular guy. He's got a lot of connections. So
yeah.
So let's talk NBA trades. The deadline is over, and holy cow, what happened? What happened this trade deadline? I feel like it gets crazier every year.
Yeah. No, it was insane. It was absolutely crazy. I don't even know where to begin with it.
I mean, so I mentioned Kyrie Irving last episode. He's going to the Mavericks. Who do you think won that trade, the Mavericks or the Nets?
I mean, short term, obviously the Mavericks, I'd say. They got significantly better. I mean, Brooklyn, obviously it's kind of a new game plan on the table for them. Their future's their current situation's looking a lot different. Their future's looking a lot different. So, as far as right now, though, I think it looks like the Mavericks short-term game looking pretty good with Luka and Kyrie on the floor at the same time.
Yeah.
That could be pretty insane.
That could be. Initially I was skeptical because Kyrie's kind of a diva.
Absolutely.
But he played very well in his first game. I don't know if you saw. I think it was like 23 or 25 points that he dropped without Luka, and they won. So I believe Luka's coming back from injury pretty soon here, so we'll see them play together. Yeah, I definitely think the Mavericks are a force to be reckoned with now. I mentioned some of the other players they still have. I mean, Brooklyn, they're still in the playoff picture. They still have some good players, even though Kyrie left, and obviously Kevin Durant, elephant in the room. Let's talk about that next. Kevin Durant to the Suns. Holy cow. Let's see what the official deal here. So the Suns got Kevin Durant, TJ Warren, and then the Brooklyn Nets in return got Mikal Bridges, Cameron Johnson, Jay Crowder, 4 first-round picks, and a 2028 pick swap. Kevin Durant and the Suns. Dude, the West?
The West.
What?
The West just changed exponentially in the period of a few hours. It was, when I woke up to that news, I was shook. That was great. Overnight, the implications that's going to have in the West Who knows? Who knows? It's going to be insane.
I mean, the West is pretty much going to be a bloodbath now because you look at the Los Angeles Lakers, and they also got D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, Jared Vanderbilt in a three-way trade with the Jazz and the Timberwolves.
Yep.
So the Lakers are packing up.
Mm-hmm.
The Suns are packing up. The Mavericks are packing up. The Clippers, too. Let's see here. The Clippers got Aaron Gordon, I know for sure.
Yep.
And Bones Highland. Yeah. And perhaps some other pieces, too.
Yeah.
But, I mean, everyone's just stacking up in the West. And I mean, as a Jazz fan...
Yeah.
I mean, our expectations were not very high to enter the season, but, we started playing well and we've been in the playoff picture. But now, do the Jazz really have a chance, playing with the big boys now?
The really big boys. Like, holy cow. It was interesting to see it unfold. The Kevin Durant trade happened, and then it subsequently, the West said, oh, we've got to get our crap together if we're going to be able to even make it, to the conference finals. Because as it sits, the Suns are, they're a playoff team, but they were a playoff team, but we were a little further back. So they're probably, unless things happen, might not even be a 1 or 2 seed. So the team that's going to have to play the Suns, who by all rights should be the number 1 seed, it could be interesting to see how it goes. And the Jazz... It's been a roller coaster year, even though it shouldn't have been. I will just say I'm going to miss Mike Conley. I love that man. But business is business. And, the future, by all means, should look pretty good. So, but, yeah, if I could see him still making the play-in. I could see him still winning, like, half their games, which could equal a play-in shot. But if not, it's okay,
Yeah, still plenty of good pieces. Larry Markkinen, all-star appearance.
All-star.
He's having an awesome year. We got left? Jordan Clarkson still. Mm-hmm. Kessler, he's now moving into the starting role.
Oh, yeah, he's looking great.
So, still a lot of good pieces and a lot of picks for the future. So I think even if the Jazz miss the playoffs this year or get in the play-in game or whatever, and get swept by another West team. I think this is good moving forward because next year, the year after, we're going to have a bunch of pieces to put together.
Agreed.
And the Jazz will be back. So good for the Jazz there. I just want to point out that the Suns somehow traded for Kevin Durant without giving up Chris Paul, Devin Booker, or DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
Who is that GM and why is he swindling everyone? They had to give up Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder. All these guys have played, crucial parts in the Suns.
True.
And a bunch of picks. But still, you keep your big three and then add Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
Wow. It's going to be interesting to see how the Suns do. But, I must point this out. On paper, you're like, oh, Kevin Durant coming to the Suns, he's going to play really well.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving going to the Mavericks with Luka, they're going to play really well together.
Yeah.
But look at the Nets when they had James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. Only 16 games together, no championships, nothing really to show for. They're all gone now.
Yeah.
Same with the Lakers, bringing in Westbrook or bringing in different pieces over the years.
It's not going very well.
Yeah, not going very well. So, I want to see it before I believe it. Obviously, Kevin Durant's an established player, and he's not going to suck. Same with Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I err on the side of caution, mostly because I'm a Denver Broncos fan. And when they brought Russell Wilson in, I was thinking, okay, we're at least making the playoffs this year, maybe going to the Super Bowl, and 5-12. Coach is fired, So you just need to prove yourself before you start getting ahead of yourself, you know. So I'd love to see when Kevin Durant steps on the floor for Phoenix, Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic together. I have my beliefs that they will play well, but I just want to be sure.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. And I think the one thing about the Suns is I think they're an instant favorite to win the West, obviously. The only thing is, we've seen super teams not go very well. And we've seen them go very well, back when Kevin Durant was on the Golden State Warriors. However, I think this one, Chris Paul, a.k.a. the point god, he's very, very talented. With Devin Booker, the only concern I have is their possible depth. Losing, Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson. Those are Those are some good role players, and that's the only concern. You know, can they run their starting 5 to the NBA Finals and win? We'll see. But will be a big bust if they don't win a championship with these 3. It's gonna be a big bust, potentially again in Kevin Durant's career. So.
Well, this is going to be fun because pretty much every team in the West is like, win now. And only one team can win now. That's the nature of sports, right?
Really
only
true.
one team wins now. I mean, the Lakers made all those pushes. They want to win now.
Absolutely.
The Suns want to win now. The Mavericks want to win now. I mean, the Nuggets are having probably their best season in years, and they want to win now, right? And so,
well, the Kings came out of nowhere.
Well, the Kings, sitting in 3rd right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, whew.
No one's talking about them now after all the trades.
I know. Nobody's talking. Well, no one's talking about the Kings no matter what.
That's true.
Even 3rd seed in the West, and people are still talking about the Lakers. You turn on any sports network, and the Lakers are frontline, and everyone forgets about the Kings in the 3rd spot right now with De'Aaron Fox, who is he got named to be a reserve for the All-Stars because there's going to be injuries. I thought he should have got in. Naturally,
regardless,
but it's because no one watches the Kings. No one knows who De'Aaron Fox is, right?
That's so true, yeah.
And then it's Timberwolves are still good. Pelicans are still good. So all these good teams, right now I can't tell you who's coming out of the West. Like I want to see the Suns play. I want to see the Mavericks play. Nuggets still looking good. Golden State always finds a way with Steph and Clay.
Yeah.
So I think the West is the best right now. The East gotten significantly less good. I think in the East, there's really only 3 teams that could potentially make a splash, and that's the top 3 right now. I think all the other teams are good, but can't compete with the West.
Agreed.
Right now.
Agreed, yeah.
It'll be interesting to see. But we'll keep an eye on that.
Let's just say the NBA will be entertaining. The Western Conference playoffs, in of itself, should be an absolute bloodbath. It's gonna be. There should be multiple 7-game series.
Every game or every series, 7 games. That would be crazy.
That would be amazing. I'm excited. It's going to be a good year good second half of the year for basketball.
Yeah, we're getting close. I mean, it's February now. Playoffs start in April, right? For NBA. NBA playoffs start usually about April, or is it May? End of April, start of May.
Yeah.
March Madness, of course, in March.
It's going to be good, too.
It's going to start heating up.
But All-Star break coming up here in Salt Lake.
Yeah, I've been talking about that for a few weeks now. Are you going?
I wish. I had the financial.
Yeah.
Anyone want to sponsor us?
Yeah. If any of you richies out there want to send 2 good-looking guys to the All-Star game,
that'd be much appreciated.
Let us know. We'd love to go. But that'll be fun. I think cool. I mentioned it a couple weeks ago. It's been 30 years since the last time they had an All-Star game here?
I believe so.
I think it was in the late 90s. I mentioned it. Mm-hmm. Go fact check me on one of my other episodes. Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
So go fact check me on that. But man, NBA, we'll talk more of that, moving ahead. Obviously, that will be kind of the bulk of the conversations here. But I want to say one last thing. Well, we'll talk about it next week too, but let's talk about the Super Bowl.
Yes.
That's this Sunday. It's coming. Last football game of the year. Chiefs-Eagles in Arizona. First of all, where are you going to be watching the game?
I'm going to be at my in-laws.
In-laws.
So,
okay. Are your in-laws football fans?
They are, yeah.
They are, okay.
And you know what? They also do have some really good food, so that's going to be a plus.
Win-win right there.
Football and food.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
So you're going to watch with the in-laws. Chiefs, Eagles, pretty much both powerhouses from the different conferences. The Eagles kind of cruise their way here. They beat a good 49ers team. I mean, granted, the 49ers team had their 3rd string in, and maybe the story was different if they had a better quarterback. I mean, Brock Purdy played amazing, but at a certain point, a rookie can only go so far.
Yeah.
And then the Chiefs obviously finally knocked off the Bengals.
Yeah.
I kind of sensed that would happen.
I did too.
I wanted the Bengals to win, and I thought the Bengals should have won, but I kind of had this feeling inside of me, it's the Chiefs.
I know.
They're going to win one way or another. So here they are, facing off in the Kelsey Bowl, as some people say.
Yeah.
Let's start with just straight-up predictions.
Okay.
Chiefs, Eagles, who do you got?
Oh, man. I've been wrestling with this one since they both won. I really thought that, I think the story would have been a little different if Brock Purdy stayed in. But nothing. I mean, the Eagles are nothing to be messed with. So I'm having, sadly, the same feeling as I did in the AFC Championship. I think it's going to be hard to go against Patrick Mahomes. 5 straight AFC Championships, 3rd Super Bowl. Andy Reid's also hard to coach against. They're not necessarily who I want to win, but sadly, I think the Chiefs might do it.
Chiefs might do it. I think a lot of people agree with you. As I was just kind of doing some research, it's pretty even as it goes to kind of what people think. It's pretty close. As most Super Bowls should be. I feel like for the most part, most Super Bowls should be pretty even.
Yeah, no, this one, it could go either way. They're probably 2 of the most evenly matched teams we've seen in a Super Bowl in recent years. So
let's see here. So ESPN, it says, so they have ESPN winning 51% of the simulations, Eagles 48%. And the Chiefs are favored to win by an average 0.5 points. So really close.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of similarities here between the Chiefs and the Eagles. Let's see here. They had a lot of similar stats.
Yeah, I know one off the top of my head was sacks. So they're 1 and 2 in sacks this year, which obviously plays a big role into any game. Eagles were at number 1, and Chiefs were at number 2. I think that'll play a big role into this game. I think Chris Jones, there on the Chiefs' defensive line, he can change the course of any game at any time. Although I will say, if the defenses are the ones that step it up, which this could be a shootout, it could be a defensive game. With Patrick Mahomes, you'd think it'd be more of a shootout, so I guess we'll see. But if a defensive line is going to have something to say, overall, the Eagles, I would say, have more depth. They had, I can't remember what it was, but they had like 3 or 4 guys with double-digit sacks.
Yeah.
Hassan Reddick, Fletcher Cox, they got some good talent. So it's like I'm so torn. I don't know. I'm gonna cheer for the Eagles, but I'm torn. I don't even now. I'm second guessing. Are the Chiefs gonna win? You know, they're really similar.
Your heart says the Eagles. Your head says the Chiefs. This was the stat I was trying to get at while I was stammering. So they've both scored the same number of points, 546 for the entire season.
Are you serious?
They have the same number of All-Pros, 6.
Oh my
Both
gosh.
teams have not trailed at all at any point during this postseason.
Oh my
So
goodness.
that's all going to change this game, right?
That's nuts.
I mean, the All-Pros will stay the same, but like someone will have to lead at some point in the game, unless, I mean, it's not going to end in a 0-0 tie. Like that's impossible, right?
It's going to end with someone's going to have more points than the other.
Barely.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like I'm with you on being torn, not in my heart, but in my head.
Yeah.
It could go either way. And, I mean, really any game could go any way.
True.
And my heart is rooting for the Eagles. And my brain says I'm rooting for the Eagles as well. My brain tells me that Jalen Hurts is going to step up. I mean, he's never been to a Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes has been to the Super Bowl 3 times in the last, 4 years? You were saying the last 4 years he's been there 3 times. And he's going to go many more times.
Yes, he will.
But I think the Eagles are a more complete team. The Eagles have played people. During the season, people were saying, the Eagles haven't played anybody. And then they whacked the Giants and the 49ers. 49ers, arguably the best defense in the league, and they just got destroyed by Jalen Hurts and this offense.
Yep.
Obviously, the offense has to play really well because you know the Chiefs' offense is going to play well no matter what.
Exactly.
So you got to score more points than the other team, and that means your offense has got to play well. You got to not get sacked by Chris Jones.
Yeah.
You got to not throw any interceptions, and you got to score more points. I also think their defense has to be a big part as well because, Patrick Mahomes is going to score a bunch of points. But if they could get 1 or 2 turnovers and they can keep getting those sacks that they've been getting all season, then they have a good shot.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed. And I will say one other thing to the Eagles' point. Jalen Hurts, if he hadn't gotten injured and hadn't missed games, I think he could have been MVP over Patrick Mahomes and was at one point leading him in that conversation. So, it seems like he's, seeing the interviews about him. This is a guy with a chip on his shoulder no matter what. Dating back to his days at Alabama, getting benched in the national championship, right? And then he's kind of just absolutely taken over since then. And I think that could also Patrick Mahomes, obviously it's hard to bet against him, but Jalen Hurts, I think would have been the MVP if he hadn't got injured and missed games. He played that good this year too. So,
well, I mean, the only times the Eagles have lost were games that Jalen Hurts didn't play.
Yeah.
So they might have been undefeated as well.
That's also true. Yeah.
And that's crazy. And the last time, when was the last time we had an undefeated? Was it the Patriots in 2007?
Yeah, it was one of the.
Or 2011. One of those years they hadn't lost all year, and then they lose to Eli Manning. That's got to be one of the most embarrassing drafts. No offense to Eli Manning, but like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it hasn't happened in a long time. Obviously, it hasn't happened this time around, but it could have happened.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we'll see.
I'm
see
excited.
Come Sunday.
I'm excited to watch it. That's for sure. It's going to be a great game.
Let's do score predictions. What do you think the score will be?
Two great defenses, but even better offenses. So I think it is going to be a high-scoring game. Man, I guess if I'm sadly still going with the Chiefs, I'll go. Oh man, I just hate even saying that, but probably 28. 24.
24 Chiefs.
Yeah.
All right. Have you seen that thing on social media where it's like the score has been leaked? Have you seen that?
Oh no.
It's like all over TikTok, and I've seen it on Instagram a few times. But there's like this image of like this box score, and they're like,
for the Super Bowl.
The script has been leaked, and it has the Eagles winning 37-34 over the Chiefs.
Ooh.
But I mean, believe what you will, right? It is the NFL scripted or not? I guess we'll find out. But they have the Eagles winning close. I think this game is going to be close no matter what.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles and the Chiefs both get into the 30s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna go 1 point above both of them. I'm gonna say 38-35 for the Eagles. Game-winning field goal from 49 yards.
Ooh, all right.
At the buzzer to win, and the Eagles win this one. I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
And go Eagles.
Go Eagles. Go Eagles. Yes.
Go Eagles. And
hopefully it's the Broncos next year. You know? We got Tom Payton now.
Yep. Gosh, they're tired of hearing talking about the Broncos.
Yeah, no, we don't even bring it up.
But yeah. So on a lesser note, what food are you looking forward to? Favorite Super Bowl dish?
Super Bowl food is honestly like when people are like, "What's your favorite kind of food?" I'm a foodie. I love food. Super Bowl food is like a category in of itself. I love it all. My father-in-law is gonna do up some good wings.
Ooh.
Really stoked for that.
Nice.
Also a big dip guy. 7-layer dip. So I don't know honestly all of it. I love it all. What about you?
I mean, I'm the same way. I love it all. Like there's got to be a variety. Like you got to have like your chips. You got to have your dips. You got to have like your wings or your meat or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you can have like some more sweet stuff, like some desserty stuff, whether that's homemade or like snacks you bring or whatever.
For sure.
I mean, really, just anything that doesn't fit onto your my plate, I like it.
Yeah, no, you don't want to be counting calories on Super Bowl Sunday, that's for sure.
No way. It's your one cheat day if you do any of that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
But so it's gonna be good. I'm excited. Kai's excited.
Very excited.
We're rooting for the Eagles, but we'll see. It's gonna be a matchup of the ages. Rihanna at halftime.
Yeah.
Rihanna should be good. A little bummed that it wasn't Taylor Swift when they dropped that little that rumor that came out for about 3 hours, and then they're like, nope, never mind.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
You know how many more people would watch the Super Bowl if just Taylor Swift was performing at halftime, or like someone like Harry Styles? Like, do you know how many people who don't give a crap about the Super Bowl would watch the Super Bowl solely for those people?
That's a really good point.
I think that's part of why they have someone perform at halftime, to bring more audience in, right?
Yeah,
same with the commercials, and all
yeah.
the culture around it, right? It's more than just a game.
Way more.
And that's why so many people
And the food,
watch.
just
yeah.
like to gather for the food. I mean, I got family, they don't give crap about the Super Bowl, but that's the only sporting event that's on in their homes.
But they're watching,
every year.
They're watching.
They might not be watching it, but last year's halftime show, that would be hard to beat, though. All those old school guys,
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fun. So
The DRE. Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
Snoop Dogg.
50 Cent, like, hanging from the ceiling. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah, that was good. That was really good. So we'll see what Rihanna does this year. But Super Bowl Sunday. Next week we'll obviously talk about what goes down. But wherever you guys are watching, have fun, be safe, and let's have a good time doing this.
Yep. Go Eagles.
Go Eagles. This was Fan Talk. Thank you guys so much for listening. As always, tune in next week. You can find me on Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube. You'll find me on Kai's social media pages because he'll be promoting me.
I better, yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much, and go have some fun at the Super Bowl. Fan Talk featuring Marin, my girlfriend. We're going to do a rapid fire.
Fun prop bet.
Fun prop bets for the Super Bowl. So Marin, take it away.
Okay, first up, who will the winner be?
I mentioned earlier, Philadelphia Eagles.
I'm going Chiefs. Okay, what song will Rihanna sing first?
I think I'm gonna say Umbrella.
Okay, I'm gonna say her new song, Safe and Sound. Or Lift Me Up. What's it called? You guys know. M&M's or Doritos commercial first.
Ooh, I'm gonna say M&M's because of the recent controversy.
Oh, that's a good thought. I'm gonna stick with you, M&M's. Okay, who will win the coin toss?
Ooh, who wins the coin toss? I think the Eagles win the coin toss and defer.
Okay, I will go against you and just say the Chiefs, just to go against you. Who will the MVP be?
Well, since the Eagles are going to win, it's going to be Jalen Hurts.
Since the Chiefs are going to win, it's going to be Patrick Mahomes. Okay, during Rihanna's halftime performance, will it be over or under 9 songs?
Ooh, it's going to be over. No, can I say exactly 9 songs?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll let that slide.
Exactly 9 songs.
Okay, I think it's going to be under. I think she's going to take her time, sing those songs. Under. What color will the Gatorade be?
Initially, I was going to say green, but I think it's going to be orange.
I was going to say orange, too.
Orange it is.
Okay. What will be the first animal shown in a commercial?
A squirrel.
Squirrel. Okay, I'm going to say dog.
Basic.
I know, but it's going to be in one commercial. Okay, who will be the first celebrity shown in the audience?
This game's going to be in Arizona. I think it's going to be a player because they recently just did the Hall of Fame inductees. So, or a coach. Give me Darrelle Revis.
Okay.
Former player for the Jets, Darrelle Revis.
Oh, yeah, my guy. Okay, I'm going to say Jill Biden. Okay, so this year, will moms be turning off Rihanna? Will she be risque or will she be modest?
Well, whether she's risky or not, there's probably some moms out there who'll turn her off no matter what.
It is on a Sunday.
so turn her off is
Okay.
what. Some moms will be turning her off.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. And last question, will Kyle shed a tear when the football season ends?
False. I'll shed many tears.
And maybe an extra when the Chiefs win.
Oh, boy. Well, thank you so much, Marin, for a little quick fire, rapid fire, fun Super Bowl prediction. We'll see who wins, and we'll see if we're still happy afterwards.